Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to cut right through the noise in AI today and focus on what's actually making a difference. We're talking about everything from the tools that are literally changing how we work to some wild breakthroughs that could change how we live. So yeah, we've got a lot to cover. Let's get right into it. So this is the big question, isn't it? Forget the hype for a second. Where is AI creating real value, like right now? We're not diving into some far-off sci-fi future here. We're going to focus on the practical, boots-on-the-ground applications and the incredible research that's happening today. And that's exactly what this explainer is for, to give you those answers straight. All right, first up, the AI-powered workplace. We're talking real tools making a real impact. We're going to start where you can feel the changes the most, at work. AI isn't just some buzzword people throw around in meetings anymore. Nope, it's becoming a core part of the business toolkit, and it's automating all sorts of things and making us way more efficient. And you can really see the shift here. I mean, think about it. Before AI, if you had a problem, you'd be stuck on hold waiting for a person to help you out. Now, tools built on platforms like Amazon Bedrock mean you get an AI assistant that gives you an answer instantly. Or what about meetings? Instead of you spending an hour just to get ready for one, a tool like Breathe My Meeting AI zaps a summary right to your inbox. It's a massive shift from tedious manual work to smart automated intelligence. And listen, this isn't just some flash in the pan. This quote from Martin Casado over at a16z's, it says it all. He says, "The AI boom still has years to run." That tells you everything you need to know about investor confidence. The big money, the smart money, they don't see this as a temporary trend. They see this as the very, very beginning of a huge economic shift that's going to play out for years to come. Okay, so we've seen the business side. Now let's switch gears and go inside the AI research lab. Because let's be real, behind every cool new business tool, there is a ton of groundbreaking research. This is the frontier. This is where the future of AI is literally being invented, experiment by experiment. And a massive piece of that future is all about building AI that we can actually trust. It's a huge deal. And as you can see, it's not just one single problem to solve, it's a whole quest. Researchers are attacking it from all angles. They're building things like WAM to spot sophisticated web attacks. They're figuring out how to stop prompt injection, which, is basically when someone tries to trick an AI into breaking its own safety rules. And they're even creating smarter ways like PurifyGen to generate safe images without having to rely on these clunky, oversimplified blacklists. And all this safety research, it's not just academic. It has amazing real-world payoffs. Take this for example. A study in UK classrooms showed that AI tutors, built on Google's LearnLM, were able to help students safely and really effectively. So we're moving past the theory here. This is actual evidence that when you build AI responsibly, it can do incredible things, like make personalized education available to more kids. And that is a huge deal for opportunity and social mobility. Now, the other huge frontier everyone's pushing into is what we call multimodality. Fancy word, but all it means is teaching AI to understand more than just text. To see and hear and interact with the world like we do. And we've got two really cool examples here. On one hand, you have Live Talk, which wants to let AI understand and even generate video in real time. Think about how much more natural our conversations with AI would be. Then on the other extreme, you have something called RxN Bench, which is all about teaching AI to read a dense scientific paper and actually understand the complex chemical reactions inside. It's about making AI a true partner, whether you're having a conversation or making a scientific breakthrough.
Okay, let's pause for a second. We're going to zoom in from all this broad research to focus on one single, absolutely stunning breakthrough. And this one's in medicine. This is where the power of AI gets really, really personal and, well, profoundly human.
So the technology at the heart of this is called the Unified Diffusion Transformer. Big name, I know, but here's the simple way to think about it. It's a really powerful and flexible AI that's been designed to generate complex biological data. You know how generative AI can create a picture or write a poem? Well, think of this as a generative AI for your body's own signals. Instead of creating an image, it's creating a perfect, clean reading of your heartbeat. And the first major use for this tech is a system called Unicardio. And honestly, it's incredible. So here's what it can do. First, it can take a messy, noisy, or incomplete heart signal, say from your smartwatch, and basically clean it up, restore it to a perfect readable state. Second, it can translate between different types of signals. So it could, for example, look at an ECG signal and generate what your blood pressure waveform would look like. And the most important part? It can use all of this deep understanding to spot abnormal heart conditions as they're happening, in real time. I mean, this is a total game changer for remote health monitoring.
All right, so we've looked at business tools, we've gone deep on safety research, and we just saw an absolute marvel in medicine. So, what does all this mean when you put it together? Let's pull back now and connect the dots, because there are some really clear themes emerging that show us where AI is headed next.
When you boil it all down, you see these three key themes really shaping the whole landscape. First, there's this huge push for what we call human-centered design, basically building tools that solve real, immediate problems for people. That's balanced by this intense focus on responsible development, which is all that safety and ethics work we talked about. And fueling all of it is the move toward multimodal systems, getting AI to understand not just text, but our whole complex world of images, video, and yeah, even our own biological signals. So what's the big picture takeaway from all of this? Well, it's that the entire field of AI is, for lack of a better word, growing up. The conversation is really shifting. It's moving away from the purely technical question of, hey, can we build this? To a much more important, much deeper question. How should we build this? Things like accountability, transparency, and designing for real human value, these aren't just buzzwords or nice-to-haves anymore. They are becoming absolutely central to the entire game plan, for business and for society. And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. As these AI systems get more and more autonomous, as they start to plan and reason and act on their own, we really have to ask ourselves, what's the bigger challenge here? Is it the technological one, just getting the code to work? Or is it the philosophical one, defining the rules, the values, the ethical guardrails that we want that code to follow? That, I think, is the strategic question we all need to be thinking about. Thanks so much for joining me today.